Hey, folks, it's Dave here, back in Studio B. Some baseball for you tonight. I know I've been playing some football and some hockey. Now we get some baseball here as we're inching closer to wrapping up this double elimination tournament here with season ticket baseball. As we had four teams, we had Boston, Baltimore, Texas, and Kansas City from 1977. I just wanted to try a double elimination tournament. And it just gets some teams out here, and that way I only had to print four teams. So it was kind of like a little lazy way of doing this here. But anyway, let's go overhead and see what we have here. So yeah, this is the Orioles and the Red Sox, and let's get my mouse out of the way and let me show you what's been going on in this tournament here. So we had Boston, Kansas City, and Boston with 4 runs in the eighth would take this one from the Royals 5-4. So Boston was 1-0 and Kansas City was 0-1. Then the other game was Baltimore, Texas, and Texas did a pretty good job of beating up on Baltimore. So Texas and Boston were 1-0, and Baltimore and Kansas City were 0-1. So this was the elimination game, and Baltimore easily 11-1 over Kansas City. So Kansas City's out. Kansas City's out. So that meant Boston and Texas would play, and Texas won this one. So Texas is 2-0, Boston 1-1, Baltimore 1-1, and that's where we kind of stand right here. So this is a pair of 1-1 teams, and the loser is out of here. You're out of here. And the winner will go on to play Texas, and as it goes, they would have to beat Texas twice in that matchup there to win the double elimination tournament. So let's get going here. And how I did this is I went to Baseball Reference, and what I did is I took the most standard lineups that they had, and so that's what I used was the lineup they used the most, and then I'm using their pitchers in order, top three. So right now we're on the third set of pitchers, which is Reggie Cleveland for Boston and Ross Grimsley for Baltimore. Is kind of how I'm working that. Let me just make sure that I sound okay. Okay, and that sounds pretty good. Okay. As Barbara comes by here, as we're playing some season ticket. I almost played the payoff pitch tonight, but I would like to kind of wrap up this project here because I got too many products off to my left. Studio, I don't know what studio this is, B1, is getting pretty full of stuff on the table here. So again, we'll be at Memorial Stadium tonight, so I'll be referencing this if I need to check the chart. And all right, let's see if I remember how to play this game, as it's going to be Baltimore and Boston. So Rick Burleson will come up. I know it's Burleson, but I like to call him Burleson. Burleson will come up here. So he is a righty hitter, going up against a lefty here. All right, so here we go. So here's the first pitch. So we have a 2 against a righty and a 2-8-4. And Burleson's going to get a hold of this one, right? A 2-8-4 deep left field. Whew. So right off the bat, we're going to the chat. We're going to the chart. So power of 0. Bobby gets a 12 though. Left field a 12, and making the catch out there in left field. Deep left field is Mara. So Burleson hit it well, but he will fly out, and that's going to be F7. So it was a long fly ball. Yeah, Burleson doesn't have a lot of power there. So, but he came close. He came close. Gave it a ride, as they say. Hitching a ride. All right, so here we go. So it's going to be Freddie Lynn now coming up against. So it's lefty on lefty. So we have a 3, and a 1, and that's going to be hit to the opposite field as well. Deep too, but getting there again is Mara. So 2 deep fly balls to center field. Right field, left field. I'll get it right. Left field. And so it's going to be 2 away to Jim Rice, who hasn't been playing well in my replay here. A 5, 4, and a 1. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be an out. I think 0s and 1s are out. So hit down to second base to Dower, and a 5-4-1. Yeah, is a little ground ball over there to Dower. So he's going to be G4. So going the opposite field. So Nothing doing for the Sox. They go down 1, 2, and 3. And now Reggie Cleveland will come out, and he will take on the Orioles. Here we go. All right, so it's a righty for Cleveland, and Bumbry's a lefty coming up to the plate. And so we have a 309, and strike him out. Reggie Cleveland fanning Bumbry, and is 1 away. I haven't rounded the corners on these yet. Sometimes in baseball, there's just too many to round. A 5-1-4 hit back to the mound, and Reggie Cleveland will make this play. So it's going to be a G1. And there's 2 away, just like that. Ken Singleton, Kenny, a 1, 6, and a 7. And he's going to punch that into center field for a base hit. So Singleton's on. He doesn't have any speed or steal, so we're going to say no on the steal. As David comes by, the Rail fan comes by. Yeah, I used to have some season tickets to the Worcester Railers. That was the East Coast hockey team, but their logo was a train. There were the Railers out there. All right, let's see what the curse of the hat does here tonight, right? I got Baltimore on here. Lee May, he may or may not make a play. And I got a 6. Ooh, a 6-7-0. Plus 10 is a 6-8-0. And a 6-8-0 is going to be, it's going to be a single 2 bases. Right? And so Singleton the third and May the DH the first. And so now we have first and third with 2 outs. As it was going pretty smooth for Reggie Cleveland, but now not so much. So Eddie Murray, the switch hitter. So we have a 4-0-0. So it's going to be a, that's going to be a walk. And the bases are loaded in the first for Baltimore. And you had the ECHL back in the day. You had was that the Nashville Knights? I thought it was the Atlanta Knights. Oh, Atlanta Knights was the IHL. That's right. So, I'm trying to think what was down. The Reading Royals, I remember, were East Coast. Peoria Rivermen were East Coast. There was a few East Coast teams down that way. All right, base is loaded. 2 outs here in the first inning. Mara, a 4-8-6, and he hits that one deep into center field, right on the warning track, and Freddie Lynn will haul that in, and that will end the inning. Holy cow. So, the score after 1, absolutely nothing. 2, absolutely nothing. Oh, yeah, remember the Cyclones in the Birmingham Bulls? Actually, the Cyclones team that I do, that's their logo, was the Cincinnati Cyclones logo, with a goalie with a stick making the C. That was their logo for a while. It's actually on the, then now they had the Twister logo too, I think was the other logo they had. Or maybe it was the Twister logo instead of the goalie logo, but I thought they had used one of those Cyclones logos. And the Birmingham Bulls, yep, I remember, hang on one second. There was maybe it wasn't the Bulls. That was the guy, Jim Birmingham was the guy's name. He come up from the East Coast League to Worcester when we had the Worcester Ice Cats. That's what I was thinking. So I don't have a Birmingham Bulls story. I know the Birmingham Bulls were they were WHA, I think, was the Birmingham Bulls, right? All right, so we go to the second. So let me put this away, and we'll come up with the second inning. Kind of using my lazy scoreboard here tonight. Hope you don't mind. Kind of doing the lazy one here, just like that. So we're in the second inning, no score, and Jim Birmingham was a Bulls player. I thought Jim Birmingham. I don't know. Maybe he was Peoria. I forget now. Maybe it wasn't. I thought it was a guy, Jim Birmingham, to come up to Worcester Ice Cats. You know. And the Bulls were also in the WHA. Okay, yeah, some of those teams were different. Remember the IHL was fun, the International Hockey League. That had the Atlanta Knights in that one. All right, so it's going to be Yaz leading it off against Grimsley, lefty on lefty. And we have a 1, 6, and a 2. And Yaz draws the walk. So Yaz draws the walk. He'll go to first. And no steal on him. And now Carlton Fisk comes up. He's got a bunt of 3. I'm going to say no. We're going to have Carlton Fisk hit. We're not going to have Carlton Fisk bunt. All right, man on first. Carlton Fisk comes up. And we have a 190. And that's going to be a bloop single. That's going to drop into, let me see. I don't know where the hell I got this here, but this is kind of neat. And I go by the blue die. So a bloop single. And let's see. Into, where's my bloop single here? In the left field. We'll call it left field. That's it doesn't matter, but I mean, I just like to see. So bloop single in the left field. And so now the Red Sox have some things cooking here. They have first and second with absolutely nobody out. And we have Boomer Scott. He's another guy that doesn't bunt. There's a few guys, Rice, Yaz, Fisk, Scott. They don't bunt. Everybody else I might bunt. And I don't know. I think Mike Canistrari, he's probably on a plane right now, or at least in the hotel room. So he can't come on and give me any crap. So I can bunt whenever I want when he ain't around. Again, this is the elimination game. So here we go. George Scott, first and second. Nobody out. A 5, 5, and a 9. Oh, that's going to be a tough play. That's going to be hit down to third base. And our third baseman is DeCinces. And a 5, 5, and a 9. He boots it. Right? Oh, wait. Yeah, 5, 5, 9, E5. And he boots the ball. George Scott hits it too hot to handle. Everyone's safe. And here we go now. It is bases loaded. And you don't want to face Bernie Carbo. Should I have him bunt? Oh, of course, it's got to be the bottom of the lineup. I wouldn't be surprised. We have Carbo, Hobson, and Doyle. I wouldn't be surprised if they all went down with like strikeouts or stupid things. All right, we're not playing infield in. That's one thing Juckett taught me is do not play infield in this early in the game. So infield is not in, and here we go. Carbo, a 3, 1, 8, and struck him out. What did I tell you? And is 1 away. I told you. Butch Hobson. Although he's done okay for me. I think I have him in my 76 payoff pitch replay. He's been actually surprising me. Let's see if I have any surprises here. 615. No, what's a 615? Struck him out. What did I call this or what? Did I call 3 batters striking out or doing something stupid like a pop out? And Denny Doyle. So we load the base. Well, we Red Sox load the bases. 2 outs now. Can Denny Doyle do anything? A 4 against the lefty. 4-9-1. Oh, and he flies out. So Sox load the bases and they leave him loaded. That should have been the song. Leave him loaded. Leave him loaded. All righty. Sox leave him loaded. They get nothing. And now we go to the bottom of the second, and that might have cost them a chance at advancing here. You can't load the bases and come away empty-handed. So now we have a 646. That'll be a 656 for the home team, and a 656 is hit down to shortstop. And DeCinces hits it down to Burleson, and there is 1 away. And Scott comes by. Scott, are you home from you're home from Canton already, huh? We need to get the Canton report. No one's really called me and talked to me about Canton. I got a couple of quick text messages and a couple of YouTubes, but nothing big. So I guess the big day was Saturday, and that's what happened last time. Sunday morning got real thin in Ohio last year, and I guess that's what happened again today, but it was even worse. Like most people left right in the morning. So so that was that. All right, so we got Mark Belanger coming up, and we have a 4 against a righty. 407, and that's going to be a walk. So Belanger draws the Pantera walk. Now he's got a 4 steal and a 4 speed. Let's see about that. Let's see if we can get the lead. So the hold rating is 8. So I need to get. So his steal is 4. So 4 and 7 is 11, and that is not greater than 18. So he does not establish a lead. Okay, so it is not a overthrow, and it's not a pickoff neither. Yeah, okay, I'm just double checking. Okay, so no. So Belanger's going to take first, and he does not get the lead, They're probably at the Brew Pub next to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I think that's where we went last year. That was fun. We went there Saturday night. Well, that was a long day. Remember, that was a long day. All right, Dave Skaggs. And we have with a man on first, we have a 4, 5, and a 5. And first base plus, that's going to be a single. And Belanger will stop at second. So the Orioles have first and second with 1 away, and top of the order, Al Bumbry comes up. So Reggie Cleveland finding himself in some jams here. Here we go. And a 5, 7, 5. Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be hit into left field, and that's going to be Yaz. So let's see here with Yaz. So a 5, 7, 5, and Yaz will make the catch. And if there was somebody on third, they would try for a home, but there's nobody on third, so it's just going to be a catch. Nobody advances, so Yaz will make that fly ball. And there's 2 away. So first and second, 2 away. And Rich Dower, who grounded out back to the mound. And let's see what kind of Dower straights he's in. We got a 3, a 1, and a 2, and struck him out. So that does it. 3 outs there. So each team stranding runners. We're going to go to the third. It is absolutely nothing to absolutely nothing. Put my things here. I almost play football tonight. I think I might play football tomorrow. Actually, I don't have to work tomorrow night, so that might make for an interesting day tomorrow if I can get my gym out of the way early. Maybe have some fun with that. All right. I enjoy the football. It just takes a while, but I really enjoy it. I enjoyed that second season game. I need to see what other seasons I have for that, what other teams I have. All right, so we got the top of the order. Remember, the Sox loaded the bases with the first 3, and then the next 3 kind of struck out and popped out. So Burleson will lead us off. He flied to left field. Kleber comes by. Kleber Lang. Fun watching season ticket. Really good game design. Yeah, when I first started playing this game, I was like, boy, this is really kind of fun. It is kind of fun. I like the card design, too. I really do. All right, so 5-3. So it's going to be hit down to first base. And it's going to be Murray. And a 5, 3, and a 4 is going to be Murray will take it unassisted. So we're just going to call that a G3. Right? G3. And so Burleson is down, and it's 1 away. David C. comes by. Good to see you, Mr. Dave. Got some baseball here tonight. I've been mixing it up. I got a pretty good mix-up going here between the football, hockey, and the baseball, at least right now. I just haven't had basketball on since I've had Bank Shot on. All right, so we got Freddie Lynn 1 away here in the third. Absolutely no score. And so we have a 300. Strike him out. Freddie Lynn strikes out. And boy, Ross Grimsley doing quite well here in the K department. The K cars are here. And now we have Jim Rice, a 1, 4, 6. And he hits this to the opposite field. Wait. Yeah, in the right field. And coming over is Singleton to make the catch. And the Sox go down nice and easy. And here we go. We go to the bottom of the third. Just bummed about not going as Victor Wenzel went there. And he's the guy that created these great little stands that I have and I use all the time. It would have been nice to see some of his new stuff in person and talk to him. But hopefully next time, if there is a next time. So now we're going to have Kenny Singleton coming up. He singled, got all the way to third base, and that's where he stayed back in the first inning. So we have a 1, a 7, and a 1, and that's going to be a single in the center field. So Singleton with 2 singles because he likes to mingle, and he's not going to steal with a 0, so he's just going to sit there. Lee May, DHs don't bunt. Again, Jucker gets mad when I bunt with DHs, so DHs don't bunt. So here we go. Man on first, Lee May, a 6, 5, and a 7. That's a 6, 6, and a 7, and a 6, 6, 6, and a 7. It's hit back to the mound, and the only play is the first base. So Singleton goes down to second. Lee May will get the G1, and so now we have a runner in scoring position. Good as a bunt, I would say, right? And here we go. So we got Eddie Murray. Was he the field goal kicker for the Lions? Eddie Murray. We have a 1, a 6, and a 3, and that's going to be a walk. So first and second, boy, Reggie Cleveland making this very difficult on himself. So now we have Mora coming up here. Andres Mora. And let's see what he's going to do here with runners on first and second with 1 away. So we have a 2, 8, and a 1. So that's going to be over here against the righty. 2, 8, and a 1. Oh, man. Deep left field. Deep, and he's got power of 8. I have the power. Deep left field. So, Yaz looking up. Does he have a play? Does he have a play in deep left field? So we said the power. So he's got a 10 and an 8 is an 18, and that is gone. Home run, 3-run moonshot by Andres Mora, and everyone will score on the home run, and it is now 3-0 for the Orioles. There we go, 3 runs, just like that. Bummer if you're a Sox fan. Reggie Cleveland just giving up too much here. So the home run by Mara makes it 3-0. Doug DeCinces is coming up. He grounded out. He led off last inning with a ground out. So we have a 3, 4, 5, and he's gonna single. And it just keeps on going here. There's still only 1 away, by the way. He's not going to try to steal. So with 1 out, it's going to be Mark Belanger, and the Orioles looking to punch their ticket to go to Texas. So we have a 1-9-0, and that's going to be a bloop single. And so we have first and second. Still only 1 away, 3 runs in, and it's the catcher, Dave Skaggs, who's also got a single. I think everyone's got a single in this game. Holy cow. I was kind of looking for a good elimination game here, but this is turning into a Baltimore blowout. Dave Skaggs, a 5-1-8, and that's going to be a single right up the middle into center field. Now, we can send the runner home here because it does say center field. So do we want to challenge the arm? So it's going to be 10 plus the speed. So who's on second base? That's DeCinces. So he's got a speed 2. So let's check the arm in center field, which is Freddie Lynn. So he's got a speed 2. Arm is 5. So how this would work is he's got a 2 and he's got a 5. So he's got 15. So he would have to roll a total of 13 on here to be safe at home. I'm gonna say no. Well, let's do this. Let's roll the all important coaches die. Maybe, of course. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. So we're gonna stop at third base, and we got 3 singles in a row, and the bases are loaded, and it's gonna be the top of the order, Al Bumbry. Now I know he's 0 for 2, but with 1 away, I didn't want to take any chances here. So bases are loaded. It is Cleveland in a jam, man, jamming. And let's see, this is going to be the 8th batter of the inning. Can he get him out here? A 5-4-2. So this is hit down to second base to Doyle. And a 5-4-2. Ooh, that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. So Doyle comes up with the scoop, but is going to call it a double play. And that is that. But they go 1, 2, 3. So they get 3. And here we are going to the 4th. It is 3-0 Orioles. So I guess they should have tried to come home on that play, right? Well, hindsight is 2020. So now we need inning number 4. Last time I was smart and had all these out so I could get right at them. Not so much tonight. 3-0. Coming up now is Jastrzemski. He walked and got stranded at third base last inning, or the inning before. So here we go. We are in the 4th. And we have a 5-6-1, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be an out. That's going to be hit down to third base to DeCinces. And, 5-6. Oh, who's my shortstop? Is Belanger. And yeah, he's out. So ground ball to short. I like to check the ones just in case. And there's 1 away. Carlton Fisk, he's got a single in this game. Boy, another defensive check here. 5-4-9. That's going to be a problem. And that's going to be Dower right here, right on top. So that's nice and easy. And he's going to boot that one. So a couple of errors here by the Orioles, but it really hasn't cost anything. They've been lucky. They haven't had any issues. George Scott, he got on base with an error too. Here we go. A 609. 609, and that's going to be strike him out. And so now we have 2 away, and Carlton Fisk still at first base. Bernie Carbo had a chance to do something and did absolutely nothing. Boy, look at all these defensive checks. 5-5-3. So this is hit down to third base. This is DeCinces. And 5-5-3 is going to be an out. So we're going to call that a G5. So still nothing for the Sox. And we shall go to the bottom of the 4th. It's all Orioles here. 3-0. And again, they will advance to play Texas. And the Sox will be eliminated if they don't come back. So here we go. Kind of get some light on here so it's not so washed out. Look, I like this light over here. This is good. This one over here, for some reason, not really liking that. It's kind of washing it out over here a little bit. How about that? Is that any better? Maybe bring it up a little higher. What if I put on this here? Does that help? A little bit. I know what I'm trying to get out of my light, and sometimes I get it. Sometimes it's just a little washed out. Okay, so we're going to lead off with Rich Dower here in the fourth. And we're going to get a 2. He's a righty. A 2-8-1. And this is, oh no, this is deep left field. Dower, power of 4 into deep left field. So we have a 15, and that's going to be caught. 15, that's going to be caught. So Lynn goes, Rice, oh no, Yaz. Whew, I'll get it. And there's one away. 3-run home run by Mara. Counts for all the runs in this game. And we have a 4. 4-9. Oh man. Oh no, that's 4-9-0, and that's going to be hit deep in the center field. So some deep drives here on Cleveland. They just can't push him in there. Yeah, and Clever Lang says he's hanging some pitches over the plate as Brian comes by. He's hopefully everyone's getting into some solid gaming this weekend. I played a little bit. Played some yesterday, some today. 2 away to Lee May. And he's going to get a 3, a 2, and an 8. And that's going to be a strike him out. 1, 2, 3 inning. So we go to the 5th. It is 3-0 for the home team. Alrighty, so Hobson will lead us off here as we go to the 5th. I got my little makeshift scoreboard here. I gotta find. I think Al made a baseball scoreboard that was a little thinner that I might look at getting. And if I went this weekend, he might have had it. I could have probably picked it up there. But just the baseball diamond, I got a little big for something like this. Sometimes I just want to show the cards and not have to worry about showing who's on base. All right, so we're going to lead off here with Butch Hobson, who struck out in his only at-bat. Not a lot of at-bats for the Sox today. And a 5-3, 5-0-3. That's a rare play. I'm not going to do a rare play. I don't want a rare play tonight. Let's ignore rare plays. 6-0-1, I think that's going to be a strikeout, right? No, it's going to be a ground ball to short. As good as a strikeout. 1 away. Danny Doyle has done nothing. Danny Doyle. A 2. 3-2. Popped it up to the third baseman, and Doyle goes down, and the Sox really, really not getting anything going here in this game. Burleson 0 for 2. A 2-3-7. And that's going to be a 5-7-7. Really? Right? Is that how that works? I always get confused on this here. So we keep the X. No, we keep this. So it's a 5-7-7. So this is hit down to hit the left field. And Mara 5-7-7 can't get there. A 5-7-7 is going to be a double. And so Burleson gets himself in the scoring position here with 2 outs with a double. And let's see if Freddie Lynn can drive him home. Alrighty. Man on second. And now that's 6-1-2, and that's going to be hit down to... That's a strikeout. Strike him out. Freddie Lynn with 2 strikeouts here. And the Sox cold here in Baltimore. They are very cold here. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0 here. Not the most exciting game that we've had here, and that's for sure. And it's going to be Eddie Murray, the field goal kicker for the Detroit Lions. A 6, 1, and a 4, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Murray strikes out. 1 away. And we have a against the righty over here, right? No, it's over here. Against the righty, a 2-8-9, and this is hit to deep left field. And power 8. Mara looking for a second home run. 9 and 8 is 17. He's only 17. That's another home run. And Mara, with all the fireworks going, puts this one out of the park. And this game is 4 to absolutely nothing. So Andres Mara, and the scoreboard will change. And how many home runs did he had? He only had 13 home runs in 77 games, and he's got 2 of those tonight. How about that? 4 to nothing. Doug DeCince coming up here, the third baseman. And we're going to go 4, 3, and a 3. And he's going to hit it down the shortstop, and that's going to be 2 away. And Belanger coming up. And Belanger, it's a 4-8-2. Hits that deep center field. Freddie Lynn will go make that catch, and he is gone. So we add 1. It is 4-0 here for the Orioles as we head to the 6th. And now we got to start looking at our bench for the Sox, because it's time to get up or get out as we go to the 6th. And Vinny showed you some matchup college football. Yeah, the idea is you don't really play full games at these. Well, at least I don't. I like to play as much as I can. So I'll play a quarter here, an inning there, a period there, just to kind of get it on the table, you know. And Ob Spring 82 says, I like to use Replay Baseball PC to score my season ticket baseball games. Yeah, I just fired that up, by the way. I didn't, for some reason, when I brought it onto this computer, I didn't set it all up. So I went in and I put in the codes and started to download some of the graphics. I had a heck of a time figuring out how to do that because it's been so long. But I want to get back to doing that. I was using Digital Diamond for my products, but I'm going to go back to Replay and see if it's what the deal is with that, because I didn't mind that. It was okay. I got a little faster with Digital Diamond just because I knew the codes. I could type them all in really fast. All right, 6th inning now. Rice has done nothing. And a 6-3 and a 6. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. So Rice could find himself sitting on the bench here later in the game. He's just not getting it done. And Alan comes by. Good to see you, Alan. He says he really likes season ticket baseball. I have an unused 78 season, and I'm giving you the itch to start printing it out. Yeah, this is 77. I printed out 4 teams of 77 for this little double elimination tournament that I've been chipping away here and there. Yes, Strebsky. All fours. So it's going to be a double in the right field. So Yaz with a double. Sox trying to climb back in this. But we've seen this song before when they put guys on base and nothing happens. Fisk has been on base twice, a single and an error. So this time we're going to do a 3, 8, and a 6. And that's going to be a single. And that will score Yastrzemski from second. So Sox get on the board with a single by Fisk. And it's now 6-1. Hang on. Let me get my little baggie out here. And we'll get our manual scoreboard changed. There we go. It is 6-1 now. Here in the 6th. So George Scott coming up. So finally, the Sox make something happen here. He can get. Okay, his stamina is a 5. So Bolt. Oh boy, I screwed up the stamina. No, not yet. All right, so he's got 2 now. So he's got 2 fatigue because he can go 5 and be fine, but now he's in the 6. So every runner or every hit is going to be or something like that is going to be fatigue. So he's got a double and a single. So he's 2 fatigue. So I gotta get that right. He's 2 fatigue. I think that's going to be our next topic of show is what do you do when you make mistakes in a game and you realize it too late. A 4, 9, 7, and that's going to be deep left field by the Boomer. The Boomer going deep. Power of 9. I have the power into left field. Going the opposite direction. Oh, 14. Really? 14 in the left field, and that's going to be an out. Sox had a chance if he got that a little deeper, if he rolled a little bit better, but now there's 2 away, and that brings up the guys that can't hit at all, hit about as good as I do. So a man on first with 2 outs in a 6, 6-3, 6-8-3 because of the fatigue. A 6-8-3. And, that's going to be a single. 2 bases. Yep, 6-8. Single, 2 bases. So George Fisk goes down to third. Carbo to first. So it's runners at the corner here with 2 outs for Butch Hobson. Oh, boy. Butch Hobson. Here we go. And we have a 1-3-1. And that's going to be a little flare in the right field, and that'll end the inning. But the Sox do get 1. They do get 1. Just kind of staying alive a little bit. A little bit of Saturday Night Fever here, trying to stay alive. But Baltimore will be back up. So now Reggie Cleveland, he can be in some stamina problems now too. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Here we go. Bottom of the 6th. A 6, 7, and 8. That's going to be a 6, 8, and an 8. And a 6, 8, and an 8. That's going to be a single. So Skaggs is on with a single. And that's going to give a fatigue 1 over here to Cleveland. And he's not going to try to steal. Bunbury's going to try to bunt because he's 0 for 3 today, including a double play. So Bunbury's going to try to bunt him over. So when we do the bunty bunt, we do the 4 plus this. Oh, that's pretty good here. So we have 4 and 6 is 10. We have 18. And that's going to be hit back to the mound, and he will move the runner over. So Skaggs goes to second. We got a sacrifice here by Bunbury. And so there's 1 away with a man in scoring position. Cleveland's going to deal now to Dower. A 5-7-6. This could be problems. This is in the left field. This is going to be Yastrzemski. 5-7-6. But no, he'll make the catch. The F7. He will make the catch. And they'll have to send Bunbury back. Or rather, Skaggs back to second base. So now we have 2 away. Runner at second. And Kenny Singleton. And we have a 2, 4, and a 2. And it's going to be a 5, 8, and a 2. This is going to be hit to center field. I think Lynn has a beat on this, though. 5, 8, and a 2. And yeah, Lynn will make the catch. They'll get out of the inning. They will get absolutely nothing here. And after 6 innings of play, it is 4-1 for the home team. So we go to the 7th. Bullpen action on both teams right now. Not sure who I'll bring in. I'm going to have to go to the website to help me figure that out. All right, so it's going to be Doyle leading off the 7th. A 5-4-7. This is going to be hit down to second base to Dower. 5, 4, and a 7. And I'm sorry, that's a 5, 7, 4. My bad. 5, 7, 4. So this is going to be hit to left field to Mara. And a 5, 7, 4 is a F7. It's going to be an out. So my bad on that one. So Doyle, I thought he got a single, but he's going to be robbed on the play, and it's going to be one away. Rick Burleson got a double, didn't score, and he's going to get a 4 against the lefty. A 4, 4, 7, 9, and that's going to be a single in the right field. So another fatigue here, and Burleson's on first base. Fred Lynn coming up. We're going to give him just another batter or two, and then we're going to have to go to the bullpen. Freddie Lynn, a 2, 1, 5. That's a 4, 1, 5. And that's going to be a 4, 6, 3 inning ending. And what does Berglund say? Soul-crushing, rally-killing, game possibly ending, series ending double play. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Orioles in command. Under command. All right, so it's going to be Lee May. He may or may not do something here. Let's see what he's going to do. A 3, 8, 9, and that's going to be a single. Lee May is on. With a single. That's a 2 fatigue now. Lee May is not going to steal. Eddie Murray's not going to bunt. Take me home tonight, Eddie Murray. 4, 9, 4, 9, 4. And that's a 4, 9, 4. Fly ball into center field. Freddie Lynn makes the catch. And we have one away here in the 7th. Mara, all he's done is hit 2 home runs here today. And so he's going to get he's a righty, so we have a 2, a 6, and an 8. And all he's done is going to hit this in the deep center field. Mara looking for his 3rd home run. Deep center field, Freddie Lynn going back in 18 into center field, and that is gone. It's Mara's 3rd home run. He had 13 home runs on the year. He's got 3 tonight. 3 home runs. 2 more runs come in, and that's going to give us 6. So that seems to happen on my channel. If I get a guy that hit 4 home runs in a season, he'll get 2 in a game for me. That's just kind of how it goes. And that pretty much does it. The Sox just left too much on the table. Time to bring in somebody. Yeah, who's that somebody going to be? The Orioles, they're going to bring in Drago, and the Sox relief pitcher is going to be Willoughby, it looks like. So unless I need a lefty. So we want Willoughby or Paxton coming in. Willoughby or Paxton. No, I'm not bringing in Stanley. I already brought Stanley in. I'm not going to do that again. All right. Well, Cleveland comes out. He goes, 7.1 or 6.1. And who's coming in now? Not that it really matters at this point, down by 5. And Victor says, bring in Bernard. I don't know if I have a Bernard. When I was looking at my thing, it said Willoughby. So I'm going to bring in Willoughby. All right, so Willoughby will come in. I just go by who plays the most games. That's kind of what I'm doing in this tournament. It's kind of if you played the most, then you get in the most. Willoughby. Doesn't it sound like that? What was that? What was that Twilight episode? Was it Willoughby? Where the guy got on the train and he went to the town that didn't exist and he kept getting off. Willoughby! Was it Willoughby? And Alan says, bring in Willoughby. He's usually effective when the game is out of reach, which it is. So DeSensei comes in, 1 away here in the 7th, 6-1 our score. And we got a 5-4-9, and that's going to be an error. So Doyle's not going to handle this one. I can tell you that right now. E4. So it just gets better here for the Sox as the Sensei gets on. That brings up Belanger, who's been on base a couple times today. Next stop, Willoughby. 5-1-7, and that goes right by Willoughby in the center field. So we have first and second now. Skaggs coming up, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles, because he certainly likes to mingle. And we have a 2, 8, and a 5. And he's going to go deep center field. Well, power is 0, though. So chances are not good here unless he rolls something crazy. And an 8 into deep center field is, he drops it in for a single. 1 base. And runner on second scores. I'm just going to play it nice and simple. So DeCinces scores. That's a single. That's 4 singles for Dave Skaggs. And this game is pretty much done here. The Sox gave it a good run in this tournament, but they will fall short, and it's going to be Baltimore. Looks like they're going to be going to Texas to play Texas. All right, Bunbury. A 5-8-2. That's going to be center field, Freddie Lynn, and Freddie Lynn will make the catch. And that is just 2 away. All right, so Bunbury flies out. So that's 2 fly balls to center field. And so we still have first and second with 2 outs, and it's Dower. A 2, 6, and a 2 against a righty. And 2, 6, and a 2. And, that's going to be deep center field. Deep center field, power of 4. Deep center field. And we have an 11 with 4 is 15. And a 15 is caught by Freddie Lynn, who makes all the outs in this inning. But they get 3. And that's what it looks like after 7. It is all Baltimore. Grimsley's got a fatigue of 3, so we're going to bring in somebody for him. Oh, he said Drago, right? Drago. There he is. All right, so I think he played with the Sox in 75, didn't he? Because I think I have him on my Red Sox in 75 or 76. All right, so Drago. The Dragula. Comes in the 8th, so Ross Grimsley goes 7. Okay, so Jim. What do I do with Rice? You know me. I don't care who you are. If you're 0 for 3 and you're a DH, and Drago was the Sox. All right, we're gonna let Rice hit. I mean, it's not 7-1. I'm not going to embarrass him and take him out 7-1. I'm just going to let him get out. So we have a 2-6-9 giggity, and it's going to be a 5-6-9. Ooh, it's going to be hit down the shortstop, and this is going to be trouble for Belanger on a 5-6-9, and that's going to be another error, but it hasn't really mattered. That's the second error of the day for the shortstop, I think. I think it was. I forget what the other error was. But all right, so Rice is on. Now his stamina is 0, so that means he's got no, errors are not fatigue. I don't think errors are fatigue. So Rice is on. Yastrzemski comes up. So now we get the only guys doing anything. Yaz, Fisk, and Scott are the only guys doing anything. So we have a 689 for Yastrzemski. A 689, and that's going to be a single, 2 bases. So Yaz with a single sends Rice to third, and Yaz says, we're not done yet. We might be down by 6, and our worst part of the lineup coming up, but we're not going away quietly. So Carlton Fisk comes up now. That is a 1 fatigue now for Drago. And we have a 4, 5, and a 5 against the righty. And that's going to be a single into center field by Fisk. Rice will score. Yaz goes to second. It's 7-2. Still nothing to worry about, really. My 2. So it was still not concerned, but at 7-2. All right, let me get this damn 2 out of the bag. Well, yeah, I'm tired of fighting with it. There you go. 7-2. All right, George Scott coming up first. Wait, hang on a sec. Yeah, okay. So Rice scores, Yaz at second, and Fisk at first. George Scott coming up. Drago is now fatigue 2. A 1, 7, and a 4. And that's going to be a bloop single. And it's just one base. So the bases are loaded. And we've seen this song before, and it's going to be Bernie Carbo coming up. Ah, boy. And yeah, we're going to go, and we're bringing in somebody else here. Who are we bringing in? Again, everybody's eligible. Do we bring in Dewey? We have a righty here. We're going to bring in Dwight Evans. So Dwight Evans is going to come in, and he will pinch hit for Bernie Carbo, and he will go into... Let me see here. Carbo was in... Oh, he was in right field. Okay, good. So Evans will go into right field here in the 8th. Okay, this is the 8th inning, by the way. Why didn't somebody tell me? It's the 8th inning. Okay. Orioles may bring in to Tip. Yeah, we're going to have to probably look at that because Drago now is 3 fatigue. So bases loaded. Dwight, I'm going to give him one more batter. Alrighty. Because the double play ends. No, it doesn't. There's nobody out. I'm going to give him one more batter. I like to squeeze as much as I can out of these guys. I got a 400. And he walked him. He walked in a run. And yeah, he's coming out now. And the bases are loaded for a Hobson. And it's 7-3. Boy, the scoreboard getting a workout here. So now there's a little bit of concern. That's my 3s. There's my 3s. There's my 3s. 7-3. So the Sox, who got 4 runs in one of the innings earlier in the series, are looking to put up some runs again here. So Butch Hobson coming up. What do I do with Butch Hobson? What do I do? Do I have a third baseman that I could bring in for Butch Hobson? And we're gonna change that guy too. Tommy Helms. No, we're not gonna go Tommy Helms. It was tempting. I might have to stay with him. I'm just gonna stay with Hobson. I don't know what to do. All right, Martinez will come in. Drago's out. So Drago didn't even go an inning. He didn't get anybody out, right? Yeah, he's got nobody out. So innings pitched 0. So Tippy Martinez comes in to face Butch Hobson. And now it's a lefty. I wonder if I want to bring in a lefty hitter here and then put... what do I have for a lefty pinch hitter? Hobson is terrible. Do I have any lefties here? Again, I'm allowing everybody to hit. Rick Miller. Oh, no, we don't want lefty-lefty, right? We want... I think we are going to bring in Tommy Helms. All right, so Tommy Helms is going to come in. We're gonna get rid of Butch though. Yeah, I forgot that lefty was better for the pitcher. I don't know all that stuff like you guys do. All right, so Tommy Helms is gonna come in for Hobson, and he's gonna hit and play third base, so it's easier for me. Again, it kind of don't matter. All right, Helms coming up now. Martinez here in the eighth. It's 7-3. The Sox have put up a couple of runs here. They have the bases loaded and nobody out, and we have a 2-7-1. That's going to be a 5-6-1. That's going to be an out. That's probably a double play. I was hit down to the shortstop, Belanger. And we said it's a 5-6-1. And that's going to be a double play, but a run will score. So it's going to go 6-4-3. So the run scores. And so there's 2 outs. A run comes in. And the runner goes to third. So they're going to take the double play. That's going to be a 4 now. And boy, it's not easy when all these runs start happening. My scoreboard gets all messy over here. I need to have someone come in and do all the scoreboards for me. So it's 7-4 now. So they got 3 runs here in the eighth. And now they have a runner at third with 2 outs. So Helms got to run home, if you will. And Denny Doyle's coming up, who's also terrible. Lefty on lefty. What do I want to do with Doyle now? Do I have a second baseman that I can bring in for Doyle? Again, it's all hands on deck. I think we're going to have Steve Dillard come in, and he's going to hit against the lefty. Now, he's got a stamina 0, but he hasn't, nobody get in yet, so he's okay. So Dillard will come in the eighth and play second. Okay, so Steve Dillard comes in. Here we go. And it wouldn't matter anyway, I don't think. A 2, 1, and a 4 is going to be 4, 1, and 4. And fly out to center field. And that'll end the inning. But they get 3. And it's 7-4. So, yeah. Willoughby's going to stay in here. They've tightened it up a little bit, but I still think it's out of range. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to go with Baltimore. All right, so here we go. Singleton leading off. A 6, 5, and a 3. 6, 6, and a 3. And that's going to be 6, 6, and a 3. 3-1. So it's hit down to first base. We're just going to call it a G3 just for simplicity's sake. It could have been 3-1, but I'm just going to call it G3. Lee May, 4, 0-4, and hits down to second base. 2 away, so Willoughby closing the door here, and let's see if this will allow the Sox to get back in it. A 1-3-8, and that's going to be hit right back to the mound. So 1-2-3 inning. So that's what we got. It is 7-4 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. It's do or die here for the Sox as we go to the ninth. Again, this is the elimination game. If they can't come back, they are done. And we will see Baltimore head to Texas, and they will be playing for the championship of our double elimination here. Okay, so here we go. Burleson is going to be the top of the order, leading it off here in the ninth. Here we go. Let's see what we can do here. A 3, 7, 8. And it's going to be hit down to third base, and there's 1 away. Orioles are 2 outs away. Yeah, Rally Cat. No, I got the Baltimore hat on tonight. I went with the home team. Freddie Lynn, a 4-0-1. He draws the walk. So Martinez is the one fatigue. Lynn draws the walk and he goes to first. Jim Rice has done nothing. Nothing tonight. Oh, he did hit a hard ball for an error. He's been on base once. What can we do, Mr. Rice? Mr. Rice, 1-3-1. So that's going to be here. So it's going to be a 3-3-1, and he struck out. Jim Rice has been the disappointment of this tournament for me here. Hate to say it. I love Jimmy Rice, but he has disappointed me. Here's Yaz. He's never a disappointment. And we got a 5-7. Oh, this is hit into left field to Mara. And a 5-7-8 is going to be a single, one base. And, yep, just the one base. So, Lynn to second, Yaz to first. And the tying run, can you believe this? The tying run's at the plate in Carlton Fisk. And Martinez is now 2 fatigue. All right. Is there any magic beans left here for Boston? Are there any magic Boston baked beans? Fisk, singled, hit into an error, singled and singled. He's 3 for 3 and has an error on one of his hits. First and second, 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs. He's the tying run. Do we have any channel magic here tonight? Is there any channel magic? Freddie Lynn's done some magic on the channel here. Let's see if Fisk can get any magic going here. Nope, I don't think so. A 3-0-3. Struck him out, and that'll do it. And congratulations to the Orioles, who will advance. Boston is now eliminated here with this 7-4 loss. And that will do it for the Red Sox. So, we inch closer to the end of our project here. As the next game we'll have up at some point will be the Texas-Baltimore game, right? And let's come back here to just me. And yeah, so fun time. Season ticket baseball is always a fun little game to play. And that'll do it here. A lot of substitutions, right? And a lot of substitutions here for the Red Sox, but none of them really worked too well. Willoughby didn't play too bad, I guess. But disappointed with a lot of the Red Sox batters. I really am. They did not do well. So they will go have a seat with the Kansas City Royals, and they'll just kind of watch from the bleachers. And we'll see. The Orioles will go to Texas to take on the Texases. And let's see. They need to win too, because in the double elimination, Baltimore is 2-1, Texas is 2-0. So Baltimore would have to beat them twice. And Joe Cards taught me that, if you will, because I didn't know anything about double elimination, and it was Joe that taught me that. So that would be that. So I'm just going to put some stuff away. If you guys want to chat for a couple of minutes, that's fine. I don't know. I thought about maybe coming back on later and doing a hockey game. I'm in a hockey mood right now. Maybe I'll do that. So maybe I'll sign off here and go make myself a nice cup of coffee and maybe set up some hockey. Maybe I'll come back in an hour or so and do some late night hockey. What do you think? We should do some West Coast teams, right? That's what we should probably do, is have some West Coast teams. Because it will be kind of late at night. But anyway, I'm Dave. Thanks for coming by. We might see you shortly. Let me see if I can set this up and have some fun here later on tonight. Also, I want to check, make sure nobody else is on, because I don't want to overlap on somebody else. But yeah, we'll say wait till next year. But we remember what happened in '78 to the Sox. You are correct, Alan. So thanks for coming by, folks. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Strat hockey, says Gus. I don't play strat hockey. Just not my thing. I found that I really like the hockey games that I play here in the channel, I just like too much to go play a game that I'm just not really big on. It's just it. I enjoyed it early, but once I played other games, I realized that that wasn't my style of play. I just didn't like it too much. It's fine. I still kept all my seasons. I haven't get rid of all my seasons yet, which I'm tempted to because I just don't play it, and I have a lot of hockey seasons. But yeah, L.A. Kings for the late night, maybe do some Kings. I got to figure out what year I want to play. I have played some strat hockey in the past. I really liked it when I first got it, but that was like the first game I played. And then I played some of the other games, like, Apper and Hockey Bones and Shootout and Stone Cold and the 49 Highlight Hockey. I just really liked all them a lot. Sorry, I just kind of did. So maybe I'll play some 49 Highlight Hockey. I haven't played that in a while, but I've really been getting into the Apple Hockey. I have played it. It's harder to set up. The cards are so big. Honestly, that they're just so big. Even the Apple Strat baseball cards, they're big, and it's tough for me to stream with big cards like that. The payoff pitch, the APA, season ticket, they're smaller. It's just easier to put on the table and do stuff like that with no excuse. But that's the honest truth. And I almost played some strat baseball tonight. And I was going to play some strat baseball, but I said, let me try to wrap up a project here, at least kind of inch closer to wrapping it up. So anyway, all right, I am Dave, and we might get some late night West Coast hockey going on here tonight. It is all good, guys. You're right. It is all good. It's all there's no wrong answers here. We just play what we enjoy playing, and just because I like one thing and you like another, it really doesn't matter. And yeah, I need to get back to the '84 project. I was talking to Kev today on Facebook about that. It's like, yeah, I want to start rolling some products for that, games for that, because I bought that. I bought that for APA, and I bought that for Payoff Pitch. And I do have it in Strat too, just so I can play that project. And I've only played a handful of games, so I want to make sure I get back to that. So anyway, I am Dave from Studio B, playing some season ticket baseball. Well, maybe we'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye.